Hey, what's up? It's Mato Master, and I'm gonna be doing the next episode of the stupid shit I did when I was a teenager. This episode is about the time that I was 16 years old and I went to the mall and I stole a pair of shoes. So first, I'm gonna give you a quick run through on my experience as a sneakerhead back in the day. When I was 12, back in 2010, this was when you're at the age where you want to get the most expensive shoes because that's what the cool kids were wearing. And at this time there was this guy on YouTube. It was my favorite YouTuber. His name's System Cycle, and he used to do videos collecting sneakers. He had touched up on a pair of shoes called the Oreo 4s, which is a pair of sneakers that he had acquired when he was a young kid in the 90s, because the shoes came out in the 90s. When I was 12, 13, 14, 15, even though I really wanted the most expensive shoes and all that, my dad would only buy me probably 3 pairs a year, and I wanted a lot more. And he would only buy me 3 pairs a year because he thought that collecting sneakers was ridiculous. By the time I'm 16, my dad is buying them for me a little more frequently, and I get this app on my phone. I think it was called Kicks on Fire or something. And I would go on it every single day so that I could be updated with what the newest shoes were. So I'm 16 years old, and at this point I have a pretty good collection, especially for someone who doesn't have a job. I have a very good collection for someone who's 16. I had a good rotation. I had shoe game. So I'm 16 and the Oreo 4s are getting re-released, and this is the perfect opportunity to get them. So I asked my dad to buy them for me. Of course he says no, because they're too expensive. I ended up getting grounded for a month, and one of the punishments was that my parents took my phone away. So I was no longer able to go on this app, Kicks on Fire. So really, since I wasn't updated with shoes anymore, and I couldn't use a computer because my dad took that away too, I progressively started losing interest in collecting shoes. A month later, summer comes around, and I'm not as into sneakers anymore, but I still wanted the Oreo 4s regardless. So I got a job that summer when I was 16, Monday through Friday, that paid $10 a day, not an hour, a day. And it was about 7 hours a day. And 6 weeks into the job, I quit because I already had more than enough money. I had saved up $300. My dad's on the computer, and I go out to my dad and I say, "Hey Dad, can I give you cash and then you buy me something with your credit card? You order it online for me." And he said, "Yeah." So I go on a shoe website. I don't remember what website it was. And it's the Oreo 4s, and I give my dad the money. These shits costed $180. I show my dad the Oreo 4s. I give him the $180 in cash, and I ask him to buy it for me. And my dad is looking at me, and he's really getting on my ass. He's criticizing my priorities. He's telling me, "Oh, I'll buy them for you because, you really want these shoe companies to keep robbing you." And he keeps discouraging me. I feel like complete shit. And I just get my money and I walk away. I end up spending all the money that I had made on weed and video games. And a few days later, I'm at the mall by myself. And I'm at Foot Locker, of course, and I find a pair of Oreo 4s. This is the only pair in the whole store, and I'm really eyeballing them. I'm feeling them. I'm smelling them because this might be the only chance I will ever get. Then I take off the shoes that I was wearing and I put the Oreo 4s on, and I walk out of the store. I'm thinking in my head, I'm gonna steal these shoes and I'm gonna totally get away with it. So I walk out of Foot Locker with the shoes on, and as soon as I walk out, the sensor makes that beeping noise. There's an alarm going on, and security's chasing me. I ran for about 15 seconds before security tackled me to the floor. So then they take me to the back of this room. It's the ugliest room I've ever been in. And they start interrogating me and shit, and they end up telling me that I had to call my parents, or they were gonna call my parents to come pick me up and tell them what I had done. So of course I gave them my phone number, and they kept calling and calling and calling, but no one picked up because it was me. They ended up getting frustrated, and hours later they let me go. I never got the Oreo 4s. That's okay, I really don't care. The moral of the story is, don't shoplift, man. I mean, I know I shouldn't even have to tell you this, but don't shoplift, man. That shit's dumb, dude. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing a part 2 shoplifting in the future. So thanks for watching, and peace.